Live from the WVUA TV Weather Center, this is a West Alabama Severe Weather Alert.
Well, a good Tuesday evening to you, and a Merry Christmas to you. Now have a tornado warning for Marengo and Sumter County. This could include the northwest corner of Marengo County, the southeast quarter of Sumter County. And I do want to quickly mention that we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Tuscaloosa, Pickens, and northern Greene County with this Boeing segment with damaging winds heading towards Tuscaloosa, Northport. I would say probably in the next 10 to 15 minutes, but our storm of concern is going to be down here over parts of Marengo County. Looks like just northwest of the city of Linden. We're going to zoom into the storm right here. This has had a report of a tornado on the ground back towards Butler as the storm moved off towards the north and east. So it looks like it's going to stay just northwest of Linden, very close to Myrtlewood. But you see the polygon, that includes downtown Demopolis. So if you're watching us in Demopolis or Jefferson along Highway 80, Rock 10, the paper mill out there, be in your safe place, as there's a chance for that tornado. Again, looks like it's really close to the Sumter, Marengo, and Choctaw County line. Here's your area rotation where the possible tornado is going to be. Looks like maybe a couple of miles northwest of Myrtlewood and just north of Highway 69 there, northwest Highway 69. There's downtown Linden. Highway 28 sits right here that goes into Jefferson, and back off towards the northwest, the Highway 80, Highway 28 intersection. It looks like the possible tornado is going to be very close to that. Also, we have Travis Leder and Daniel Sparkman here. We're watching the severe weather situation happening across our state. We do all have that tornado watch until 8 o'clock tonight. So, Daniel, if you want to talk about some other stuff with the storm in Marengo County, go ahead.
Yeah, we've been watching this storm all through once it crossed into the state of Alabama, gone through Choctaw County. Let me zoom back in here to this. You can see right here is the rotation of this storm just crossing out of Choctaw County and into southern Sumter County as well, and Marengo County included in this polygon. I'll put this, I wanted to show you the storm track as well. We're going to click on this. This is just approximate now. This is approximate to Demopolis between 5:33 and 5:48, so maybe 5:40 range. Watching that very closely. It's moving to the northeast at 53 knots, and it has in it the rotation about 60 knots of rotation, so it's pretty strong at this point, and it's moving off very quickly, so it's going to get through here rather rapidly. Right now it's 5:22, so up to Marengo County in about 10 minutes or so. Now we are watching that. That lasts for another 47 minutes, that tornado warning. Lots of tornado warnings out there across the area, especially down in the Mobile area. They were talking about a large wedge tornado that moved through the city of Mobile itself just a little while ago, about 30 minutes ago. Lots of stuff going on down to our south, finally making its way into West Alabama here, Marengo County, just the first. Could see Dallas, Perry, all these counties. We're watching very closely for more development in the way of storms. Richard.
Yeah, Daniel, appreciate that report there. Again, we're talking about Marengo County that's in that area of concern right now, but check out all the polygons, these red polygons. These are tornado warnings. There's a horrible tornado outbreak happening over southwest Alabama. Most of this is south of Highway 80 at this point. But again, some of these cells are moving into our southwest counties, especially Marengo. It looks like the tornado threat's mainly going to stay south of I-20. North of I-20, we're going to have that damaging wind threat. But again, south of I-20, I think that's going to be our higher risk of tornadoes. That's where the instability is higher. That's where there's a better chance of seeing those tornadoes touch down there. But our main area of concern right now, by the way, we're all watching another cell moving into southwest portions of Marengo County. We could see another tornado warning out of this here pretty soon. In fact, it looks like we're getting some reports from the National Weather Service that reports of 2 mobile homes destroyed on Scott Mountain. That's over in Choctaw County. That's in northeast Choctaw County, just outside of Butler. That's a storm moving towards Demopolis. So let's focus on that storm that's heading towards downtown Demopolis in the next, I'd say, 15 minutes or so. There's reports of 2 mobile homes destroyed just northeast of Butler. That's where Scott Mountain is, if you're familiar with that part of the state. That's northwest of Myrtlewood. The tornadic circulation looks like it's going to stay to the northwest of Myrtlewood by a couple of miles. Looks like it's going to clip the northwest part of Marengo County, moving towards Demopolis. Looks like it's going to move right along Highway 80 into downtown Demopolis. And hopefully this thing is not still on the ground if there's still a tornado here. Again, we had that confirmed report earlier of a tornado down near Butler, and then the reports of damage are now starting to come in out of Choctaw County. but this is going to stay just northwest of Linden, and looks like it's going to be close to Jefferson, anywhere on Highway 28 between about Jefferson and the Highway 80 intersection there. So if you're familiar with that part of Marengo County, kind of zoom you in there. There's Linden, there's Highway 28. There's that intersection. Rock 10 sits out here, the paper mill right out here on Highway 80, close to that intersection. And then Demopolis right here at the top of the screen. This is going to be crossing the Tombigbee River, which runs right through here, borders Marengo and Sumter County. And again, there's a very good chance there's a tornado here with this particular storm, so we're really concerned about our friends in northwest Marengo County. Looks like the tornado warning's been dropped for that part of Choctaw County because the circulation at this point is right on that boot hill of Sumter County, moving into northwest Marengo County. The rest of Marengo County, no tornado warning for you, so places like Linden and Thomaston, down towards Sweetwater, no tornado warning for you, but don't let your guard down. Here's another cell down here moving out of just the south side of Butler and Choctaw County. This is going to be moving in that northeast fashion. This particular storm could move more towards places like Sweetwater, Miller, Calvary, and Linden here pretty shortly. So we're going to watch that storm, see if we get another tornado warning out of that. But the only tornado warning in our coverage area is for, again, that cell that's moved out of Choctaw County. It's now completely into Sumter and the northwest corner of Marengo County. So again, here's Linden. There's Highway 28. Highway 43 runs north of Linden. You see right there into downtown Demopolis. Looks like it's going to cross Highway 43 somewhere on the north side of Old Spring Hill Road. So again, south of the Chickasaw Bogue, we're okay with this storm. But as you go north of Providence, as you go north of Old Spring Hill, in that part of Marengo County is what we're talking about in terms of the potential for the tornado certainly there. And we're going to check with Daniel Sparkman, see if we have any reports coming out of this particular storm. Daniel?
Yeah, Richard, right now there aren't any reports from Choctaw or Sumter or Marengo counties, but you know what? We've just talked with the National Weather Service, and they're saying that that warm front that we've been watching move north all day long, that had to move north for that juicy atmosphere to really get going here. Now they say it's from a line from Troy up through just south of Demopolis. So all of this area, it has continued to move off to the north. So all of this area down here is just becoming more ripe for severe weather. So this could be an event that we're watching for the next little while as we continue to see more and more storms intensify as we move up to the north. I also wanted to show you, I mentioned down here in Mobile, the tornado, the wedge tornado. I have a picture of that I would like to show you guys. Here is that. This is from Fox 10 down there in Mobile. This is from their tower camera. You could see the tornado this wide right here across parts of the city of Mobile. So just like April 27th here in Tuscaloosa, there was some damage down there in Mobile. It was about 45 minutes ago. They're still not getting a lot in the way of reports of damage other than power lines down and trees down, which of course come naturally with a tornado. So hopefully everyone is okay with that, but of course we'll keep you up to date with that situation. But right now, still watching this tornado warning up in Marengo, Sumter and Marengo counties, just getting into Sumter County real good at this point, Richard.
Yeah, Daniel, appreciate that report there. And again, the warm front stretching a little further north as he was talking about, so that's going to put more of southwest Alabama in that unstable air mass. And what we're looking at now, this is our cell path. This is where we're reporting rotation within that thunderstorm, really close to Jefferson at this point. It looks like somewhere between about Jefferson and the Highway 80-28 intersection there. And our computer system here telling us there's a pretty good chance there's a tornado here. With this particular storm. It's moving off towards that northeast direction at about 40 miles per hour. And looks like it's got its eyes set on downtown Demopolis after it passes Jefferson. So really certainly getting concerned about that storm as it does move through portions of Marengo County. We're going to look at the velocity with this particular storm and see what exactly we're looking at in terms of where the rotation is. But I can tell you right now, it's close to Jefferson in northwest Marengo County. That's along Highway 28. Again, about to lift out of Sumter County. It's completely out of Choctaw County at this point, but again, our main area concern is starting to move into portions of Marengo County, northwest of the city of Linden, again, around Jefferson towards that area, Highway 80 and 28 intersection. So we'll kind of zoom back into the storm a little bit more, a little tighter image there of where the potential tornado is. And here's some areas of concern Again, there's Jefferson along Highway 28. Pinhook sits right there. Officially, Pinhook's out of the tornado warning polygon. You see the warning there, that red box. This is where your tornado warning is, not down here. But again, we're still talking anybody from about Pinhook to Jefferson over towards Moscow. You need to be in that safe place, and that includes the lowest floor of your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. The air mass down here is supportive of these larger tornadoes, and they can do significant damage. I know it's Christmas Day. It's about 5:30. A lot of folks doing Christmas dinner right now with your family and friends. If you know anybody down here, certainly give them a call. Let them know what's happening. This tornadic storm that has had a history of producing a tornado is moving in the direction of Demopolis at this point, and that's going to be happening here pretty soon. So let's kind of zoom things back out. I want to show you a wide perspective there. By the way, you see the severe weather map down at the bottom of your screen, has a radar loop, also has the active watches and warnings with any storms out there. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Tuscaloosa County, and I want to take you up here to the storm. It's not tornadic, but it is severe as it's moving towards downtown Tuscaloosa, Northport. Again, here's your area we're talking about for those damaging straight line winds, that area concern we are expecting there. So we could see 70 to 60 mile per hour winds moving into Northport and Tuscaloosa here pretty shortly. And again, that's where your damaging straight line winds are going to be in that part of the storm. We do have a tornado watch for areas south of Tuscaloosa until 8 o'clock tonight. Tuscaloosa County points north and east. We're under severe thunderstorm watch until 8 this evening. So we have one tornado warning in our immediate coverage area, and that's for northwest Marengo County. I want to kind of zoom things back into southwest Alabama quickly and show you the mess that's happening down here near the Mobile area. Numerous tornado warnings across really the southern part of Alabama, mainly south Highway 80, all these little polygons. Those are tornado warnings. So it is certainly a mess across southwest Alabama. Our area concern mainly across our southern counties in terms of tornadoes, mainly south of Tuscaloosa. That's a good thing. If you're watching us north of I-20, the severe weather risk in terms of tornadoes is much lower this evening. That's because the instability not really allowed to move that far north tonight. But to the south, our friends down towards Marengo County, definitely concerned about those particular storms there. We'll go back into northwest Marengo County. Again, the tornadic circulation moving very close to Demopolis. In the next 10 minutes, the potential for the tornado is going to move towards Demopolis. So really, if you're watching us northwest, north central Marengo County, the tornado is going to be tracking in that general fashion. There's where our computer system's estimating where the rotation is, and clearly you can tell that's where your tornado is going to be. You have this inflow notch. This is where your rotating winds are going to be, moving in the northeast direction, about 40 miles per hour or so. So right now, no reports out of Marengo County, which is a good thing. And by the way, the severe thunderstorm warning for Tuscaloosa County, no issues so far with that storm in terms of damage reports. I think that could change, though. We could have some wind damage as this moves towards a more populated area, again, across parts of Tuscaloosa County in terms of severe thunderstorm warning. Now, down to southwest Alabama, we're dealing with a tornadic circulation that's moving towards Demopolis as we speak. Looks like the circulation center is now over Highway 28, very close to Jefferson and Pinhook, and then it's going to move towards Demopolis. That's the next population center in the path of this particular tornado, or this possible tornado. We had reports of a tornado with this storm when it was back in Choctaw County. Now we haven't had any reports over the past, I'd say, 5 to 10 minutes, which is a good thing. But again, this is over a really sparsely populated part of Marengo County, so that could change, I think, at about any point. So we're going to look at the velocity with the storm, and it's still kind of pretty far from the radar range. You notice that purple on the radar. It's because it's so far away from the radar range, it's kind of hard to see it. But you can tell there's where your rotation is. It looks like it's crossing Highway 28, but the past scan, that's where your rotation is. Once it passes that little purple line, it'll be easier